What up? What up? What up? What's up, man? It's your boy Big Tight coming back through here one more again early in the morning to snatch the covers off y'all ass this morning. Hey, we got a lot of breaking news going on in the NFL right now, man. A lot of movement. We're gonna talk about DK Metcalf uh, requesting a trade. We're gonna talk about Joey Bosa getting released. Maxx Crosby getting the big contract, man. He the highest paid non-quarterback position player paid. We're gonna get into free agency rumors where a couple of guys might go. What up with you? I love Kobe, man. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Yes, sir. Hey, I love Kobe. Luka Lake Show, Luka, baby. Let's get it. Hey, we're gonna whoop the Knicks ass tonight, and then we're gonna get on over there and whoop up on Boston Saturday night. Yes, sir. But we're gonna get into it, y'all. We got a lot of stuff to talk about as far as with free agency, man. Another move, like I was telling y'all before. I told y'all Ben Johnson was gonna fix that offensive line, y'all. He already on the mission right now, fixing that offensive line for the Chicago Bears. That's the only problem that they got, y'all. They got talent all around on offense at the skill position. They got a great defense. Ben Johnson, he gonna be a great addition to Caleb Williams. I think he did a great job with Jared Goff with the Detroit Lions. He already fixing the inside of that offensive line, man. Y'all already know he picked up Jonah Jackson in the trade, a guard from the Rams for a 6th-round pick. Y'all know Jonah Jackson is the Pro Bowl type guard. Then he turned around and got another Pro Bowl guard from the Kansas City Chiefs. And I like Joe Thuney because the thing about Joe Thuney, he can play guard and he played left tackle for Kansas City this year. When they was having a problem at the tackle position, they moved him over to tackle. So he versatile. He can play guard and he can play tackle. And he good at both of them. So right there, they shore up the middle of the offensive line right there because that's where most of the pressure was coming from on Caleb Williams. They shore that up with 2 Pro Bowl offensive linemen right there. And I seriously, 9 times out of 10, he probably gonna get He probably gonna get the top tackle in the draft, or he probably gonna get a free agent top tackle. But like I said, I told y'all, Ben Johnson gonna fix that offensive line, and that division, that NFC North division, gonna be hell. I'm telling you, it's gonna be hell. You got the Bears, Ben Johnson finna get them on point. You got the Packers, you got Detroit, you got Minnesota. Hey, speaking of Minnesota, man, I'm telling y'all right now, I would not let Sam Darnold walk out the door. Like I was saying yesterday, I would not let him walk out the door because of the fact that you don't know what J.J. McCarthy gonna do. You don't know what J.J. McCarthy gonna be, especially with him coming off an injury. I most definitely would have put the franchise tag on Sam Darnold, man. At least give yourself one more year to see what you got in J.J. McCarthy coming off an injury like what he coming off of. That way, if J.J. McCarthy come back and he not really looking good on the scout team offense or being the backup quarterback, if he not looking to what you thought he was going to be, at least you got Sam Darnold still franchise tag. And then after this season coming up, you had an opportunity to sign him to a contract. Because you know, in this league right here, y'all, you cannot win without a quarterback. Let me say that one more again. You cannot win without a quarterback in this league, y'all. You're not going to win without a quarterback in this league. So, and like I said, that division going to be tough. All those guys, all teams, man, all of them got young talent. All of them are young, man. Detroit got a young team. The Packers got a young team, young quarterback, young receivers. Chicago, young team. Minnesota, young team. So that's going to be a tough division, y'all. Also, another tough division going to be the Commanders and the Eagles, man. They're going to be battling for years to come, man. I think that was a great move with the Commanders getting Debo. Match him up with Terry McLaurin. That's a great move, great addition to their team, y'all. Great addition. Because you know with Debo, to me, I feel like Debo is more of a weapon. He's more of a weapon. You can put him in the backfield. You can put him in the slot. You can put him outside. You can do all kind of stuff with him motion. Because he's a big body receiver. And you can't forget, he can break tackles. He can break tackles and take it to the house at any time, y'all. At any point in time, he can break tackles and take it to the house. So that combination with him Jaden Daniels, Scary Terry, and I got to see if they're going to still have Zach Ertz, because Zach Ertz, he had a good year too with the Commanders. I most definitely feel like the Commanders got to get a running back. This is a deep draft for a running back. They most definitely need to get a running back, because you don't want Jaden Daniels going into another year where he leading your team in rushing. Don't get me wrong, Jaden Daniels is exceptional talent, great talent at quarterback, but he has a slim frame. You don't want him running the ball as much as he was running it last year to substitute for the lack of the running game that you have for the Commanders. So they most definitely got to get that running game going for the Commanders. Like I said, it's a deep draft. They can get a great running back probably in like the 5th, 6th round. You still get a solid running back, because this is a deep draft, man. Deep draft for a running back. Also, I know y'all already heard Davante Adams got released by the Jets. It's going to be interesting to see where Davante Adams go, because this time he's not getting traded, y'all. This time he'll be able to choose where he want to go. I think the Chargers would be a good spot, team up with Justin Herbert, because they need another receiver with Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey pretty much was the one-man gang on the Chargers team as far as at the wide receiver position. So they most definitely need another guy. I think he would be a good fit with the Chargers. Speaking of the Chargers, I know y'all heard they released Joey Bosa. That was a shock. That was a shocker to me. That was a surprise to me. I most definitely wasn't expecting for Joey Bosa to get released, but he's coming up to his last year of his contract, y'all. So that had a lot to do with it. But he's still young. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's like 27, if I'm not mistaken. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me look that up right quick. I think Joey Bosa, I think he's like 27, if I'm not mistaken. But I think and then check this out, y'all. What up with you, Be Good, man? He 29. Okay, I knew it was somewhere around in there. Appreciate that, Be Good, man. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Yes, sir. Early in the morning. Like I told y'all, snatched the covers off y'all ass this morning. Yes, sir. But y'all think about it, y'all. Already Khalil Mack is gone from that team. Now you releasing Joey Bosa. So your 2 top pass rushers are gone off the rip. So it's gonna be interesting to see what the Chargers try to do with their team. I don't know if maybe they go, because this is a deep draft for edge rushers. Okay, appreciate that, Copa Brian. Appreciate that, man. This is a deep draft for edge rushers, y'all. So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe they might double up with as far as with the edge rushers in the draft, man. I don't know what the Chargers plan on doing. You get rid of your top 2 edge rushers, especially in that division. They're in that division with Kansas City, the Broncos, the Raiders. So that's a tough division, man. Those teams always be battling, man. Now, as far as with Joey Bosa, man. Now, Joey Bosa had a pass rush win rate of 11.8% last year, which was his lowest in a single season since they began tracking it in 2017. So that goes to show you Joey Bosa had a down year last year. I don't think it was because of lack of talent or anything like that, but they say he had a down year. Also, in other news, if y'all haven't heard, the Dolphins are restructuring Bradley Chubb's contract to free up some money. Bradley Chubb, 28, edge rusher for the Dolphins, man. He at the time he's getting paid $19.45 base salary. He did not play last year because he tore his ACL, his meniscus, and his patellar tendon in his right knee, man. So that lets you know he tore his knee all up, y'all. So they restructuring his contract to free up some money on that tip, y'all. Now, as far as DK Metcalf, y'all, DK Metcalf is 27 years old. He done had at least 900 yards in each of his first season in the NFL. He's only missed 3 games in his whole career, y'all. So that lets you know DK Metcalf is most definitely dependable. Most definitely let you know he's going to be on the field. In 6 years, he only missed 3 games. I mean, he's very reliable. I mean, he's going to be on the field. You most definitely want to have a guy like that on your team that's dependable. You know he's going to be on the field. Now with DK Metcalf, man, he's expected to get an extension around $30 million per year. So that's part of the reason why Seattle Seahawks is releasing them. I mean, giving them the opportunity to go out there for a trade, y'all, because he coming up for a 30 million a year contract coming up, man, with his new contract coming up. Also, they also released Tyler Lockett, longtime Seattle Seahawks wide receiver. They released him also on yesterday. So right now, it's looking like they're going to be going with Jackson Smith in Jigba, and the other receiver they have, Jake Bobo, which last year Jackson Smith had 1,130 yards receiving, and Jake Bobo only had 107 yards receiving. So that's what they got. What up with you, little JL? Appreciate you coming through, brother. So that's all they got on the roster right now. I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to solve that problem. It's a lot of receivers in free agency this year. It's some solid receivers in the draft this year. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this for y'all. I got a little video clip I'm gonna play for y'all with them talking about as far as the receivers in free agency, rumors about where they might land and stuff like that. So appreciate y'all coming through this morning, man. If you're new to the channel, most definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel. Double tap the screen if you like the content, man. Give me them likes up. Give me them thumbs up early this morning. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Give me 1 second. Let me find this video with these wide receivers. Okay, here we go, y'all. Give me 1 second.
But let's reflect, shall we, on the players that were tagged. And there were only 2, the fewest number of players.
And this right here, it also show you the guys that were tagged, y'all. As y'all see, it really wasn't that many guys that got tagged this season, y'all. As of right now, you see it's T. Higgins, which I was surprised they tagged him. I thought they was gonna let T. Higgins walk. And the offensive lineman, the big guard for the Kansas City Chiefs, Trey Smith, man, which Trey Smith, and I think the center on the Kansas City Chiefs, they getting paid a lot of money, man. They getting paid a lot of money. And y'all already know, I was surprised that the Chiefs let the guard Thuney go, Joe Thuney, because of the fact that everybody knowing the Super Bowl what their problem was, and this season, they got to fix that offensive line, y'all. They got to fix that offensive line, and they got to get more athletic at wide receiver. So I was surprised that they let Thuney go. But here we go, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Tagged since 1994. KC tagged their guard Trey Smith, making him the highest paid guard in the NFL, seeing a pay increase from $3.4 million last season to $23.4 million this season as a result of that tag. And then, of course, in Cincinnati, the Bengals using the tag for the second straight season on T. Higgins, who's also getting a little bit of a salary bump as well. But let's look ahead to free agency, because many are saying that this free agency class isn't great.
What up with you, John? Appreciate you coming through, brother. All right, y'all, I just want to pause this right here. Now, these are the top free agents that's out there right now. Of course, you know it's Sam Darnold, which is rumors now that Sam Darnold might be going to the Raiders, y'all. There's rumors right now that he might be going to the Raiders, so y'all keep an eye on that. At the number 2 top free agent, you got defensive end Josh Sweat, offensive tackle from the Baltimore Ravens, Ronnie Stanley, Milton Williams, D tackle, Drew Dahlman, center, DJ Reed, cornerback, Javon Holland, safety from Miami, Zach Baun, which you might as well take Zach Baun off this list because Zach Baun just got a big contract to stay with the Eagles, wide receiver Chris Godwin, and cornerback Carlton Davis. Those are the top 10 free agents coming up for this year, y'all. So it'll be interesting to see where some of these guys go. I know Josh Sweat most definitely was a beast in the Super Bowl. He was on Patrick Mahomes' ass. He was on his ass the whole Super Bowl. Yes, sir. So Josh Sweat, most definitely, he gonna end up going to somebody's team and get big money, man. I most definitely know that he will not be back with the Eagles because the Eagles just gave Saquon Barkley an extension, and they just paid Zach Baun a lot of money for being one of the top linebackers in the league last year. So they're not going to have a lot of money to do a lot of more signing. So 9 times out of 10, Josh Sweat will be walking out the door for the Eagles. But here we go, y'all. Give me 1 second. Like I said, y'all just coming in here. Most definitely make sure you double tap the screen for the lights and subscribe to the channel if you like the content, man. Here we go. We're going to get right back to it.
In large part because teams took care of their playmakers before they could hit the market. Sam Darnold is topping the list, and position value does play a factor, of course. Keep that in mind when it comes to this list for Pete. He is set to become a free agent next week, Sam Darnold, that is, and the Vikings did not use the tag. Our NFL...
What up with you, Rashad, man? Appreciate you coming through. You say Chris Godwin to the 49ers. Hey, Chris Godwin would be a great fit. The type of game that Chris Godwin play, he would be a great replacement for Debo. Now, of course, they can't use him in the same way as they use Debo, but you know that 49er tough receiver type tradition that they have, I most definitely feel like that's a good comment right there, Rashad. I think Chris Godwin would be a perfect fit for the 49ers and what they like to do with the crossing routes and you know all the stuff that the offensive coordinator like to come up with. But here we go, y'all.
Insider Jonathan Jones saying that there is a desire to keep Sam Darnold in Minnesota. Back here on set, I'm Jacqueline D'Agostino, joined by Mike Renner and Lige Duzable. We're going to go down this list of Pete's top 100 free agents, the top 10 really, and kind of play a free agency matchmaker, starting at the top, of course, with Sam Darnold. They don't use the tag here, gentlemen. There is a desire, according to JJ, that, you know, they want him to stay in Minnesota. Lige, I'll start with you. Do you think that he does stay there ultimately?
Ultimately, I do believe he stays there. I think this is a scenario, Jacqueline and Mike, that Sam Darnold sits back, top 5 pick, got a boatload of money coming into the NFL, and he looks, with Kevin O'Connell, I had a Pro Bowl type year. I had my best season.
What up with you, Mecca, man? You say Stanley to the Commanders? All right, that would be a great move for the Commanders. But you know, Mecca, hey, the Commanders already got a very good offensive line, But he most definitely will make them just that much better, man. Most definitely, man. Appreciate your comment, Mecca.
In the NFL. So if you think about it, here's the open market. Teams like maybe the Giants or the Raiders may vie for his services. And because he didn't get tagged at the $40 million mark, they're probably not going to supersede that. So if he can work out a deal with the Minnesota Vikings to come back and bring some of that synergy back, right, the camaraderie that he has with some of those pass catchers on that offense, it makes total sense because they have not had that the last year and a half. They've had to switch quarterbacks. Remember, Kirk Cousins got hurt halfway through.
The quick thing I wanted to show y'all right here was Sam Darnold, man. As he exploded this season, had a great year. But I will tell y'all this though. I think the situation with Sam Darnold, I think while he had a great season, I know a good bit of it got to do with the weapons that they got on Minnesota, man. Minnesota got some weapons, man. You got Justin Jefferson, you got Jordan Addison. You got Aaron Jones at running back. You got T.J. Hockenson, which he was hurt probably about half of the season, somewhere in there. But they got some great weapons over there, man. Great weapons. They got Jalen, what's his name? Jalen Naylor, something like that. So they got some great weapons over there, man. So that I think that had a lot to do with Sam Darnold being, you know, having a successful year also, y'all. I'll tell you one thing. If Sam Darnold do end up going to the Raiders, Jacoby Myers, he pretty good. Brock Bowers, you already know Brock Bowers balled out this year for his rookie year. But let me see. You say, do you think it's because of O'Connell? You talking about him having this success? I think it also had to do with him too, man. I think it also had to do with him because you know O'Connell known for working with quarterbacks, man. So I think that's a good comment too, Mecca. Yeah, O'Connell has something to do with it too. The weapons and O'Connell, because you know with football, man, it's got to be a combination. You got to have the coach to call the plays, to put the players in position to make plays, y'all. But you also got to have the players to make the plays. So it go hand in hand, y'all. You got to have the coach to put the players in position to be successful, and you got to have the players to make the play, because you can call all the plays you want to. If you ain't got the players on the team to execute those plays, if you ain't got no playmakers on the team, you just calling plays. You could be calling all the great plays, but you ain't got no playmakers on the team. Hey, you just calling good plays for nothing because you ain't got no playmakers to make the plays. So most definitely, Mecca, they go hand in hand, man. What up with your agent is there, man? What's your name? Fortniter? I think that's it. Is it Fortniter? 49er. Gotcha. Oh, that's creative as hell right there. Yeah, Fortniter. Okay, gotcha. You say you're a huge 49ers fan. Hey, I hear you, man. Hey, it's gonna be interesting to see if they're gonna pay the quarterback. They most definitely gotta pay him. I don't know if they're gonna pay him top money. I don't know if they're gonna give him the 50 mil. But they most definitely got to pay his ass, most definitely. And it'd be interesting also, 49. It'd be interesting to see if they bring back Trent Williams. Because Trent Williams, I think his contract is up to the left tackle. So it'd be good to see what they do with him. You know, Brandon Ayuk coming off that knee injury. So they most definitely they probably need two receivers. They need somebody to replace Debo, and you need somebody to replace Brandon Ayuk until he come back, man. So they most definitely got to get some of these receivers. I'll tell you one thing, that wouldn't be a bad spot for Devontae Adams to go, y'all, to the 49ers. That ain't a bad spot for Debo to go. That ain't a bad spot, man. 49, you say what team I like? I'm a Carolina Panther fan, man. I like the Carolina Panthers. We got a lot of work to do, especially on the defensive side of the ball, man. We got a lot of work to do. We were one of the worst defenses in the league last year, especially at stopping the run. So hopefully for my team, man, hopefully with this being a deep draft at edge and D-line, hopefully, you know, they can take advantage of that because we got a good amount of picks and be able to get some players in here and maybe a couple of players out of free agency to try to straighten up that doggone defense, you know, for the Panther, man, especially on the D-line, man, because team was just running all over us last year. I mean, running all over us. Yeah, facts, 49er. Facts. But Mecca, you're a Commanders fan. Hey, I know you happy, boy. Y'all got Jaden Daniels, man. Jaden Daniels and the new coach turned that team all the way around, man. You say Young look like he's finally starting to click. Yeah, most definitely, man. Yeah, he look. You know what? He looked better. He looked better toward the end of the season, especially the game when they played against the Falcons. And I've been real critical of Bryce Young, especially his first year, man, because he looked horrible. But after he got benched, I do have to say, man, he did start looking better after he got benched. He looked real good that Falcons game. I just got to see me. I'm kind of like the guy that got to wait and see. I got to see it. I got to wait and see. So basically, all I'm waiting on now, I just want to see when this season start up, if he can continue how he ended off the season. When he ended off the season with the Falcons, I want to see if he can continue that when he start the season back up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that go, y'all. You said who's my favorite player in the NFL? To be honest with you, in the NFL, I like Justin Jefferson. I like Saquon Barkley. I like Jamar Chase. Who else I like? Those the main guys I like. As you see, I'm more like receivers. But yeah, I like Justin Jefferson. I like Jamar Chase. I most definitely like Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon Barkley is a beast. You got one of the best running backs in the end. You got the best. I ain't gonna say one. You do got the best running back in the NFL, running behind the best offensive line in the NFL. What up with you, Jeremy, man? Appreciate you coming through, brother. Yes, sir. Hey, you know I got to keep it going, man. Got to get the hustle on, baby. Got to get the hustle on. Get your hustle on. Get your roll on. Get your roll on. You say, let me see, 49. You say Brock Purdy, best QB in the league. Now, I don't know about that. 49er. Brock Purdy, he good now. And the 49ers most definitely gonna have to pay his ass. They probably gonna have to pay him about $50 million or close to it, unless he give them a discount. Unless he give them a discount, they most definitely gonna have to come out the pocket. But Brock Purdy, the best quarterback in the league. Now I can't. You know what? I can't put Brock Purdy over Lamar Jackson. I can't put him over Josh Allen. Shit, I can't put him over Joe Burrow. Who else? I ain't putting him over Jaden Daniels. I like Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels gonna be a hell of a quarterback for the future. I ain't putting him over Jaden Daniels right now. Let me see who else. But yeah, like I said, Brock Purdy, he good for it now. Don't get me wrong, but the best quarterback in the league, man, that's tough right there. Yeah, you say you ever heard of whatnot? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. Yeah, he is, man. He is top 10, though, most definitely. He most definitely top 10. I will give him that. He most definitely top 10. And for him to come from where he came from, being Mr. Irrelevant, and to have the success that he's having right now, man, that is amazing, man. That's amazing. For him to have the success that he's having, being the last pick in the NFL, you know what I'm saying? NFL draft. Nobody. I guarantee the coaching staff didn't even think he was going to end up being the quarterback that he is. They probably just picked him, because they seen a little, potential in him. They probably picked him like, yeah, we could probably, we could work with him. But I guarantee they didn't think he was going to end up being what he is, though. You say Patty up for debate? Yeah. You gotta put Patrick Mahomes in there too. You got to put Patrick Mahomes in there. You got to. Even though Kansas City, they made it to the Super Bowl, but it looked totally different than what they normally do, because Kansas City known for being a high power offense. This year, Kansas City wasn't really a high power offense like that. They more was living off their defense, and they got a great defense. And some of the games that they had a couple of lucky. I feel like they had a couple of lucky games, a couple of close games that went more in their favor. They had a couple of suspect calls also, y'all, in some of the games they played in. So, but I will tell you this: Kansas City, they most definitely got to fix their offensive line. They just lost the top offensive lineman, George Thuney, just lost him to the Chicago Bears. And like I was telling y'all earlier, man, Chicago, Ben Johnson, they're fixing that offensive line off the rip. Right off the rip, he fixing it right up the middle. He get him 2 Pro Bowl guards. There's Joe Thuney from the Kansas City Chiefs, and then he got Jonah, what's his name? Jonah Jackson, guard from the Rams, another Pro Bowler. So he most definitely fixing that offensive line off the rip. So this year right here, Caleb Williams, it won't be no excuse why Caleb Williams should be able to be successful. You got a great offensive mind head coach, and the head coach see what the problem is, which is the offensive line, and he is attacking that off the rip. I mean, he attacking that from the get-go. To get 2 Pro Bowlers on the offensive line, right the day right after each other. Oh yeah, he making moves off the rip, man. He making moves. He making moves. But here we go, y'all. I'm gonna finish playing this for y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. If y'all new to my channel, y'all most definitely make sure you subscribe. Double tap the screen for the likes.
Through last season, then they went through a bevy of quarterbacks. Then comes Sam Darnold. If you lose Sam Darnold, you're starting over with a new quarterback again, and J.J. McCarthy. Let's not also forget, Mike, he missed his entire rookie season. So this will be like J.J. McCarthy's rookie season. You won 14 games with Sam Darnold, and you see the most touchdown passes in the first season with the new team. He's on that list right there at the bottom of it with 35. I just think it makes sense for them to work out this deal, bring some of that synergy back to the Minnesota Vikings.
If you're Sam Darnold, though, I think you want some guarantees that you're starting. He's rode the pines for years of his career. Obviously, the success he had in Minnesota, his best year of his career. And obviously, if he's going to be the starter, yes, he'd love to be back there, I think. But you talk to Vikings reporters, they said that J.J. McCarthy was the guy that looked better in training camp last year as a rookie. And now 1 year later on, chances that Sam Darnold, even if he does sign back there, keeps that job, I think it's slim. I think the New York Giants are the best fit for him. They're obviously one of the most desperate. Joe Shane, Brian Dable, they need to win now to keep their job, so they need a veteran. That doesn't preclude them from drafting one, but it basically says that they're going to turn the keys over to one of these veterans, and I think Sam Darnold's the one that, if I'm then them looks the most attractive.
I would only push back and say Sam Darnold has been in the New York media.
True.
Right? You have to remember what it was like for him when he played for the New York Jets. So is he willing to go back to that New York media knowing the pressure that comes with that? Again, the rapport that he brought up with Kevin O'Connell, he had his best season. You see it right there, right? 14-2, the first 16 games.
And as y'all see, y'all, I want to pause this because as y'all see, and I know y'all remember, Sam Darnold fell off those last 2 games they played, man. The last game they played against Detroit, when Detroit whooped their ass, then they turned around and went in the playoffs and got their ass whooped by the Rams. I think Sam Darnold, that playoff game against the Rams, I think he got sacked like 8 or 9 times in that game against the Rams, man, which is ridiculous. But yeah, he most definitely was out there like he was seeing ghosts again. You know, your boy said he was seeing ghosts that time with the Jets. But here we go, y'all.
The last 2 games they lost, but if you look at it, really the Detroit game was only on him. I don't think many quarterbacks in the NFL would have had success versus the Rams because the offensive line was abysmal that game. That was not on Sam Darnold. That was a complete lackluster effort by the offensive line. So if you're Minnesota, if you're Sam Darnold, I think this partnership just makes a lot of sense. To your point, they did trade up 1 spot to get J.J. McCarthy, so he is the quarterback of the future. But if it's Sam Darnold, do you want to go potentially to a team where there's dysfunction on that team and go on this, ring around the rosy on your career again? Because we saw what happened in New York and in Carolina.
I'll just finish with this. I don't think there's going to be a massive market for him. Obviously, you look at his numbers, you look at him hitting free agency, you think, all these teams are going to be beating down his door. The Browns don't have the cap space. Yeah. I don't think the Titans are going to want to choose him over Will Levis. And then the Las Vegas Raiders, I think they have their sights set a little bit longer term than Sam Darnold.
I was going to say, what about the Raiders? And I also can't help but wonder, if that record in the last 2 games is a little bit different.
And one quick thing, y'all, while they was talking about the Browns, when they said the Browns probably won't have the cap space, the Browns just freed up a lot of money. They just restructured Deshaun Watson's contract. Give me 1 second. Let me find where I seen that at. They just restructured his contract, and I think they freed up like 30-something million, if I'm not mistaken. Let me find it, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold on, I just seen it. They restructured Deshaun Watson contract and freed up, if I'm not mistaken, I think they freed up like 30 million or something like that. So they most definitely got some cap money now. Which the Cleveland Browns, man, they got messed up with that deal, that fully guaranteed deal with Deshaun Watson. Man, you talking about something went from sugar to shit, y'all. They got Deshaun Watson, and your boy ain't been the same since he came back. He has not been the same since he came back. Trying to see where I seen that at, y'all. I seen it some damn well. Okay, here it go, y'all. The Browns restructured Deshaun Watson deal, and it saves them $36 million to the cap this season coming up. So they gave them an extra $36 million with them restructuring Deshaun Watson contract for the Cleveland Browns, y'all. John, let me see. John, appreciate you coming through, man. You say Commanders got a squad. You say what receiver did they get? You talking about the Commanders, John? Well, that's the other John. You said what receiver did they get? Which team you talking about, John? All right, y'all. Let me finish playing this. Give me 1 second.
How different this conversation, would be, even if it was just, 1-1.
Which is crazy to think, right, Jack? Because it was 2 games. I would say one was his fault. The other one wasn't his fault in the playoffs. But again, what the beat on Sam Darnold has been is that he crumbles at the most inopportune time. And right, the money was on the line versus the Detroit Lions to be the number 1 seed in the NFC and to win the NFC North, and he crumbled.
All right, gentlemen, we have a lot of free agents to get through. So we're going to alternate here, and we're starting with the Eagles' Josh Sweat, who led the team in sacks during the regular season with 8, was a little quiet in the playoffs, and then had a really impressive showing in the Super Bowl. What could the market look like for him, Lige?
Jacqueline, talk about getting hot at the right time, right? 2.5 sacks in the Super Super Bowl for Josh Sweat. I think he's going to have a robust market. I mean, the crazy thing is, he's only 27, Mike.
Yeah,
I feel like he's been in the NFL forever. And you see his rankings last year or in the postseason when you talk about the Eagles in the 2024 season. But 2.5 sacks by himself in the Super Bowl dominated Joe Thuney. I think a team like the New England Patriots make a lot of sense for Josh Sweat. They have to build it the right way in the trenches on the offense and defensive line. Their leading sack getter last year was Dietrich Wise with 5. That's not going to get it done in the NFL. Bring in a veteran guy like Josh Sweat who has championship experience, who knows how to do it the right way. I think he would mesh really well with Mike Vrabel and the Patriots.
All right, we know that the Patriots do have a lot of money to spend as well. They have like the most cap space in the NFL. Let's go to the Ravens. We're talking about Ronnie Stanley, Mike, and this is someone who has dealt with injuries in the past. He did play the full 2024 season, which you have to think if he's going into free agency, maybe that had something to do with it. But what are some landing spots that come to mind for you?
I know the Ravens would love to have him back, but Ronnie Stanley's probably looking at this free agent group and saying there's not a lot of great tackles, but there's a lot of teams that need tackles. And thinking he could probably name his price once he hits the open market. And if he can name his price, I think it's New England Patriots are going to be the team that's willing to pay it. They have $127 million in cap space. They have to outlay about $80 million of that just to hit the cap floor. And let me tell you, there ain't no players on that roster that I'm re-signing right now for the New England Patriots. So it's going to have to be free agents. So obviously you have Drake May. Everyone talked about how bad their offensive line was. It was atrocious last year. Ronnie Stanley, at least in pass protection, would be a massive, massive upgrade. Yeah, it's a little stopgap. He's 31 years old heading into this season, so it's a 2 or 3 year deal, something in that range. But that's 2 or 3 years of his rookie contract. That should be that prime years of Drake May trying to win a championship.
Yeah, and Drake May, that's your quarterback of the future, so you got to protect him, right? Let's talk about Milton Williams. And Lige, Pete was saying he may be one of the most underrated players on the Eagles defense, and
I like Milton Williams, y'all. Milton Williams, he had a very good Super Bowl. I like Milton Williams from the defensive tackle position from the Eagles. But as y'all see, the Eagles are losing some of their players on defense, man. They about to lose Sweat. They about to lose Milton Williams. As you know, I think they released big play Darius Slay. So they most definitely gonna have to do some drafting, man. Get a couple of bodies back in the place of these guys that they're losing, y'all. So give me 1 second.
Could be in line for a huge payday. Do you agree with that? And who could give him that payday?
He got hot at the right time, too. He had 2 sacks in the Super Bowl, a couple other pressures. I remember that was Mike unsung hero going into Super Bowl week. 5 sacks in the regular season. I got him going to the Cardinals. Let's not forget his former defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon. Now the head fumble, got the ball back for his defense. I think meeting up with his former defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, and the Cardinals make a lot of sense.
A lot of free agents that we're talking about for the Eagles. They might be losing to other teams.
Let me lose some players.
Yes. All right, let's talk about Drew Dalman, because this guy was limited to 9 games last season because of an ankle injury. And Mike, you have him going to Chicago, which is interesting considering the recent turn of events that we've seen there in Chi-Town.
Yeah, I don't think they're done. Like you saw how bad that offensive line was last year. And you know Ben Johnson and what he wants to do. They want to run the football. That was the impetus of that Detroit Lions offense. That makes everything else go. So now you have your guards in place. You just traded for him the last 2 days. You put Drew Dalman in the center of that. It's one of the best run blocking interior offensive line.
Now y'all see this, y'all? That's what I mean when they got 2 offensive linemen, Jonah Jackson, Joe Thuney on both sides, and now they're talking about getting the center from the Falcons. If they get him to put in the middle right there, y'all, that's going to be a very good offensive line, especially run blocking. But here we go, y'all.
In the NFL, all of a sudden, it's just that left tackle position, which I think a lot of people have them penciled in for the draft, but they could be players for Ronnie Stanley as well, because they got the cap space. They got Ryan Poles trying to save his job and make things better really quickly. So Drew Dalman, shout out to Kyle Long. He loves this fit. I do.
Of course he does. Let's talk about DJ Reed and Lige. We're going to come to you because this is a Jets organization, a new regime, a new head coach.
I like DJ Reed too from the Jets, y'all. I think DJ Reed will be another one that come to a team that be able to make an impact on your team, especially if you need a number 2 cornerback. He most definitely he's solid cornerback, y'all.
Coach and Aaron Glenn, they've been doing, a lot of cleaning of the house, if you will. So DJ Reed, top landing spots for him, and I'm guessing it's not sticking there. And
I would love it. I just think his market's going to be robust. He was one of the bright spots for the defense for the New York Jets last year. I think the Commanders make a lot of sense. You pair him with Mike Sanders. Let's not forget Marshall Lattimore. Yes, he's under contract, but none of that money's guaranteed anymore. $18 million. We saw when they traded for him, he struggled to stay healthy and even stay on the field. And actually had some struggles on the field as well. You talk about a feisty get after you corner. That is exactly what DJ Reed is. You see him willing to make tackles in the open space.
Now that's what you call a good open field tackle, y'all. I'm gonna wind that back just a little bit. It was a great open field tackle, man.
Actually had some struggles on the field as well. You talk about a feisty get after you corner. That is exactly what DJ Reed is. You see him willing to make tackles in the open space. Few corners in the league want to do it.
He didn't wrap up, y'all, but it still was great. It was a great tackle, man, because Puka Nacua, when he caught that pass, he didn't really get the chance to. By the time he got the chance to try to turn his head, he was already on him.
That DJ Reed is scrappy, not the biggest guy, but he will compete his tail off, play in and play out, will fit in perfectly with the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, we've seen the Commanders doing a lot of moves recently, of course, and Deebo Samuel comes to mind as well. Let's talk about Javon Holland because, Mike, he's coming off of a lower year by his standards, certainly, but what do you think the market
I like Javon Holland too. Safety from I like him from the Miami Dolphins, man. I like Holland, man. I think he's a good DB, man.
Look like for him?
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Miami Dolphins, I can't imagine letting him get away after letting Christian Wilkins get away last year. That's like the dream scenario when you draft guys, with top 50 draft picks. But there's in a cap situation that I do think he's going to get away. And the team I'm highlighting is Minnesota Vikings because the team that drafted him, or the coach that drafted him, Brian Flores, now the DC of the Minnesota Vikings, and he loves versatile safeties. He loves safeties in general. They play 3 of them. He would fit in the shoes of Harrison Smith. Ideally, the guy can wear a lot of different hats on your defense. He's played slot, he can play deep, he can play box. He's one of the best safeties in the NFL. You add him to that mix with the defense that has a lot of impending free agents themselves, the Minnesota Vikings, I think he elevates that team.
And to that point, Mike, Cam Bynum is going to be a free agent. Harrison Smith is getting up there in 2. Exactly. So Javon Holland makes a lot of sense. The guy that actually drafted him, when you talk about his best tape, it's probably his rookie year with Brian Flores. So it makes a lot of sense him going to the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, we were just talking about the Eagles losing a bunch of guys. And then, the Vikings said, hold my beer. Look at all the free agents that we have coming up. Let's talk about Zach Baun. And this is a guy that signed a 1-year deal with. And
as you know, Zach Baun got paid, y'all. Your boy Zach Baun got paid, which he deserved it. He most definitely deserved it. If I'm not mistaken, I think he led the NFL in tackles. So he most definitely deserved that, y'all, most definitely.
With Philly, moved from outside to inside linebacker, took a risk on himself, Lige, and it worked out for him. Based off what we saw the last season, 150 tackles, what landing spots come to mind?
The all-pro Zach Baun. And this will be interesting, Mike and Jack, because I wonder what the market's going to be like for him, because a lot of times in the NFL, they want to see it more than 1 year. Right now, could he have a market kind of like Josie Jewell? Because Josie Jewell was around his age when he went to Carolina last year, and he got $6 million per year. I think Josie Jewell's turning 31 this year. Zach Baun.
Hey, I'll check this out right here. This the defense all-pro team right here. You got Myles Garrett, Trey Henderson, which y'all know Trey Henderson led the NFL in sacks. I think he had 17 and a half. Cameron Haywood, Chris Jones, Zach Baun, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Patrick Surtain II, Darius Stingley Jr. Hey, all of these guys up here, all of these guys, solid playmakers. Marlon Humphrey, Kirby Joseph, and Xavier McKinney. All these guys, solid, great players.
Throughout the season will turn 29, or will he get a Logan Wilson type deal, which is eclipses $9 million? That'll be the interesting thing. I actually have him pairing up with Josie Jewell for the Carolina Panthers. They were abysmal against the run, and Zach Baun helps you from day one against the run. This dude was a tackling machine. It'll be interesting.
Well, as you know, y'all, Zach Baun has re-signed with the Eagles, so this what he talking about is null and void, because Zach Baun already done signed back with the Eagles. Matter of fact, y'all give me 1 second. Let me get this off my screen. Get that off my screen. Let What up with your FU? You say DK Metcalf to the Eagles? Nah, I don't think he's going to the Eagles, man. Because the reason why I say that, because you already got AJ Brown. So I feel like AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, they very similar as a receiver. Both of them big, athletic, fast receivers. I don't think they'll get Metcalf. Man, I don't know, Mecca. I don't know how they let Frankie Louvu go. I do not know. He most definitely is a playmaker, though. Most definitely is a playmaker. But yeah. You said DK to Washington? Man. Now, I will say this, though, Mecca. They do have the money to sign him because the Washington Commanders got the third most money as far as salary cap. They got the third most salary cap in the league. So they got the money to sign him. I just don't know if they will now that they got Debo. Because now you have Scary Terry, Debo, and Metcalf. Man, that'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy. I don't think he's gonna go there though. Like I say, I see him going somewhere like maybe he might go to the Raiders to team back up with Pete Carroll. I know the Chargers need a wide receiver. I'm a Panthers fan. Carolina Panthers most definitely could use them. I'm trying to think who else. The Cowboys. The Cowboys need another receiver to go with CD Lamb. So that's just a couple of places I think he could go. What up with your Black Mamba, man? Appreciate you coming through. You said DK to Carolina rejoining with his old wide receiver coach Dave Canales. Yeah, that makes sense too, Black Mamba. Most definitely. That makes sense too. Hey, I would hey, as a Panther fan, I would love to see him in Carolina. I would love to see him in Carolina. So yeah, hey, makes sense to me, Black Mamba. Makes sense to me. Yes, sir. Let me see what you say, John. You said that I only say I don't have a favorite team because since Big Ben's retired, my Steelers are hard to watch. Okay, I got you. Yeah, they most definitely need a quarterback. I will tell you this though, John. At the quarterback position, I think they should give Justin Fields a shot, man. I mean, he played the first 4 or 5 games for them, and Justin Fields looked good, man. He looked good, so I think they should let Russell Wilson walk, and I think they should move forward with Justin Fields. I think he played very good the first couple of games before Russell Wilson came back. Just throwing it out there. I think he'd be a good fit for him. He already know the offense. So it ain't like he got to learn the offense. He done been in the system for a year now. All Pittsburgh really got to do, man, they need some more weapons on offense to go with George Pickens. And I also say this, y'all. I would like to see them use George Pickens more as a wide receiver, man. Every time I see Pittsburgh play, it's like only thing they doing with George Pickens is throwing him the damn 50-50 ball, man. Like every time he turn around, they throwing him the damn 50-50 ball. Throw this man some routes. Throw him a curl route. Throw him a drag route. Throw him a corner. Throw him something different. Throw him a slant route. Throw him a hitch. Let's see what he do. But let me see you say, Black Mama. You say, what you think about Javon Holland? Seems we are in the mix. Yeah, I heard about that, man. I heard that rumor, man. What up with your Grant, man? What up with your brother? You said you heard they asking for a first and a third for him. I don't know too many teams that would give that up for DK. John, you say I'm a big Ohio State fan. He's got all the physical traits to be a good QB. I think mentally he's exactly Patrick Mahomes, which will make or break him how high his ceiling can be. Who are you talking about, John? You talking about Will Howard? You talking about the quarterback for Ohio State, Will Howard? Oh, you say in terms of Fields. Okay, got you, John. Got you. Let me see what you say, Mecca. You say it's time for Mike. You got another team. He need a new scenery. Yeah, you know what? A lot of people say that, Mecca. A lot of people say that he might need to go to a different team, get a fresh start, get a start over. But you know what, man? As far as for the Steelers, man, they probably been the past couple of years. It's just been a situation where they ain't been able to get no quarterback, man. They ain't been able to get no quarterback. They had Mason Rudolph. Kenny Pickett. You know, and then you had Big Ben at the end of his career, which Big Ben couldn't throw down the field at the end of his career. So they just been struggling at the quarterback position, trying to find him a decent quarterback. And like I say, I felt like Justin Fields was playing good up until Russell Wilson came and they gave the job to Russell Wilson. Yeah, that could be part of the problem too, Michael. Yeah, that could be part of the problem too, by him developing a quarterback. You got a good point on that one, Michael. That could be part of the problem. Most definitely, man. John, you said, I think it's more about the offense philosophy, maybe since Arians was there. Yeah, Arians. Hey, I like Arians was a great offensive coordinator though, man. I like Arians. He most definitely is a good offensive mind coach, man. Most definitely did. Most definitely. But I will tell y'all this though, man. It's gonna be real interesting to see where some of these guys go, man. Like I said, the Cowboys, they restructured CeeDee Lamb contract also, man, and freed up like $20 million in cap space. So we'll see what they do with that extra money. They most definitely need to get another receiver to go with CeeDee Lamb over there, y'all. It's basically with the Cowboys offense, you double up CeeDee Lamb, it's pretty much a wrap. You know, sometimes they'll throw to the tight end Ferguson, but for the main part, everything going to CeeDee Lamb, man. So they most definitely got to get another receiver. Hey, I think that ain't a bad spot for Devontae Adams to go. Go over there and team up with CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, they most definitely need a running back too, Mecca. I feel like they need to get Ashton Jeanty. I feel like they should get Ashton Jeanty, or they can get the running back from North Carolina, Hampton. I like him too. But it's a lot of good running backs in this draft, man. I like the running back from Tennessee. What's his name? Dallon. I like him. I like the running back from Iowa. Bo Scatterbo. I like him. It's some great running backs in this draft, y'all. Good running backs, man. You say Ashton is already a Cowboy. Hey, they need to get him, man. I like Ashton Jeanty, man. The reason why I like Ashton Jeanty, y'all, is because he don't go down on the first tackle, y'all. And that I think that's a very good trait to have as a running back. He has very good contact balance, which what I mean by contact balance is he gets hit and he's able to stay on his feet like a cat. You know what I'm saying? He got great contact balance. He doesn't go down. A lot of times he doesn't go down on first contact. A lot of times, you know, the first tackle, most time he's breaking that tackle. So I think those are very good traits to have in a running back, y'all. The fact that he's able to break tackles, man. I would like to see him catch a little bit more out of the backfield because he didn't do that much with Boise State. But he did show in that championship, he did show in that playoff game against Penn State that he can catch out the backfield, though, because he did catch a couple passes out the backfield against Penn State. Let me see what you say, John. You said, I think Najee Harris is leaving the Steelers, too. Yeah, I think he's going, too, man. I think he's going, too. Most definitely. I most definitely agree with you on that. I think he is out of there. Gone. But, hey, man, y'all new to the channel. Let me see. What's your name? Saroji. I think is it Saruji W. Appreciate you coming through, man. You say, will the Packers get DK? I put it like this because the Packers already got good young receivers. I guess I put it like this. I guess you pronounce. If I pronounce your name wrong, man, I apologize. Saroji. But anyway, if he get traded to the Packers, they probably got to give up one or two of those receivers that they got. They most definitely gonna give up Jordan Reed. So they might give up maybe Christian Watson, which Christian Watson, he always hurt. Who else they got? Dontavius, what is his name? Dontavius Wicks. They would have to probably give up one or two of the receivers to get DK Metcalf. But it wouldn't be a bad place for him to go, y'all. I mean, Jordan Love. I like Jordan Love. He's a solid quarterback, y'all. Let me see what you say. It's Saroji. Okay, Saroji. Okay, gotcha, man. Gotcha. Saroji. Okay, gotcha. Let me see. John, you said he posted that he appreciated the Steelers fans for the support and all the nonsense. You said they ruined his career. Oh, you talking about Najee Harris? You talking about Najee Harris, John? Mecca, you see, let me see. You say you think that's going to transfer to the league with better athletes as far as contact balance? You know what? For what I seen, Mecca, and you know, right now I got to just go off what I seen. You know how I go with them coming out of college, man. To be honest with you, we really don't know what they're gonna do until they get out on that field with those guys. And then once we see them out there and see what they do, then we'll be like, okay, yeah, he gonna be straight. Or we're gonna be like, yeah, he like that. You know what I'm saying? They get out there, they start playing, and you see him start making moves, he's stepping up out of tackles. He like that. So, you know, we just have to wait and see, Mecca. I think he got all the traits. I think he got all the traits to be a very good running back. But you know, when it all boiled down, we got to wait to see. We got to wait to see what he put on them pads. And like you say, he going against well, I ain't gonna say bigger guys, because pretty much the college football and NFL, the guys pretty much the same size. It's just the game be faster. The game be faster, and the guys are more smarter as far as the game. What up with you, Lord, man? Appreciate you coming through, brother. Let me see what you say, bro. Let me see what you say, Greg. You said it definitely transferred with B. John. Yeah, it did. B. John, hey. B. John, yeah, he different. B. John, he different. Yeah, B. John do it all, man. He catch out the backfield. He can do short yardage. He can take it to the house at any point in time. I like BJ. You best believe with his contract, when it's time for him to get paid, the Falcons better have that money in the bank. Shorty, what you think? Money in the bank. Shorty, what you think? They better have that money in the bank to pay him, because they most definitely going to have to come out the pocket, especially since Saquon Barkley getting paid $20 million right now. Saquon Barkley is the highest paid running back in the NFL. He basically setting the bar, y'all, because you know they've been saying for I ain't gonna say past couple of years, they've been saying it for a while. The running back position been devoured, man. You know, because a lot of running backs, you know, good running backs, they don't get paid that much. But Saquon Barkley, I think he just opened the door for a lot of running backs to get paid more money, man, especially when you're producing. And like I said, with him behind that offensive line for the Eagles, man, like I told y'all yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised if he get damn near 2,000 yards again next year. As long as he don't get hurt, I would not be surprised if he do it again next year behind that doggone offensive line. Because that is a hell of a, and when I say hell of a offensive line. What up with you, Candy Girl? Appreciate you coming through, man. And hey, y'all, man, if y'all new to the channel, Mecca, John, Saroji, y'all new to the channel, man, I'm let you know a little bit about what we do, man. I call myself a knockoff ESPN, man. We do the NFL, we do the NBA, we do college football, college basketball, we do boxing too. Matter of fact, the other night we did a live reaction on the Tank Davis fight, y'all, which I most definitely feel like Lamont won that fight, man. That was a suspect decision. But hey, I'm very excited and hoping that they do a rematch, man, because I know that rematch gonna be on. They gonna cash out. Tank Davis and Lamont, they gonna cash out when they do the rematch, because everybody gonna want to see that, because ain't nobody seen nobody take Tank to the borderline like that. I mean, he hit Tank with some shots in that fight, and he made Tank kind of like back up, stumble. I was like, damn, he hit Tank with some nice ass shots. I ain't seen Tank get hit like that, like old boy was hitting him. He hit Tank with some nice shots, man. And I don't care what nobody say. Tank he took a knee. He tried to say he had some sweat in his eye or something like that, but your boy most definitely took a knee. If that would have been anybody else that took a knee, that referee most definitely would have started counting, because when you take a knee, that's considered as a knockdown. So I'm gonna definitely feel like hopefully they do it. You know they got this new guy over boxing. You know they got this new guy coming into boxing now, man. That guy from I think he's from Saudi Arabia. I like this guy because I'm a big boxing fan. I like this guy coming into boxing, man, because this guy is trying to make the big fights that everybody want to see. Rather, as you know, with boxing, you be wanting to see people fight, and you never see them fight. Or by the time you see them fight, both of them pretty much out of their prime. They over 35, out of their prime, damn near 40. So this guy, man, I'm gonna definitely feel like he's gonna be great for boxing, man. Hopefully, you know, we'll be able to see some of these big fights that we want to see. You know, a lot of people want to see Shakur and Tank Davis fight each other. You know, it's been a big rumor about Canelo fighting Terrence Crawford, which in that fight right there, man, I feel like Canelo is a little. I think he's a little big for Terrence Crawford, man. Just my opinion, because y'all know in boxing they got weight classes for a reason, and I think Terrence Crawford he'll be moving up a good little bit in that weight class, man. So we'll see how that go. I'm most definitely Canelo and Terrence Crawford. They're two of my most favorite fighters. I like Canelo, Terrence Crawford. I like Shakur Stevenson. I like Tank Davis. And believe it or not, man, I like one-time Keith Thurman, man. I like Keith Thurman. Hopefully, you know, he can start back getting some big fights, man. I like one-time Keith Thurman, man. I think he's a very good boxer. But yeah, man. That's what we do over here, man. We do a little bit of everything, man. So if y'all like me, y'all like a little bit of everything, a little bit of different sports, man. Y'all most definitely subscribe to the channel, man. Double tap the screen, get them listen likes up, baby. Yes, sir. Another thing I want to talk to y'all about, man. As y'all see, Maxx Crosby got paid big time, y'all. Big time. Appreciate that, Metcalf, man. Appreciate that, brother. As y'all see, Maxx Crosby just got paid big time. And I said that on one of my older shows, y'all, when they first got Pete Carroll. And, you know, toward the end of the season last year, you know, with big rumors about Maxx Crosby probably going to get traded. And I said that when they signed Pete Carroll, I said, hey, Maxx Crosby, y'all keep an eye on it because Maxx Crosby probably ain't going nowhere. Pete Carroll is a defensive-minded coach. I think he's the perfect coach for the Raiders job because Pete Carroll known for turning teams around. He turned USC around like in 1-2 years. He turned Seattle around in like 1 year. So I don't, you know, as far as with the Raiders, I think if they get a couple of players, I don't think the Raiders are that far away, y'all. I don't think they're that far away. If they could get them a veteran quarterback, let's say for example they get Sam Darnold. Let's say for example they get Aaron Rodgers, and you know they already got Brock Bowers, they got Jacoby Myers. And let's say they get somebody else, another receiver, you know, who, I don't know. But let's say they get them another, you know, let's say they get them another good receiver. Let's say they end up getting Takk McClendon. I'm just throwing it out there, y'all, just a scenario. Now, I ain't saying this going to happen. Just throwing it out there. Let's just say the Raiders mess around, and let's say they get Aaron Rodgers. We'll say Aaron Rodgers. We'll put it like that. They get Aaron Rodgers. So, and then when the draft comes, let's say Takk McClendon, he fall down. I think they draft. I think number 7. You got Takk McClendon right there. Hey, let's say they pick up Takk McClendon. So now you got Takk, you got Jacoby Myers, you got Brock Bowers. So that's a good little combination of weapons right there. And then the rest of the draft, you get your another running back and get you a couple of pieces on defense. And actually, they won't be that bad of a team, y'all. I think they'll be in a tough division with the Broncos and Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers. But I actually think, you know, with a couple of more guys, they most definitely can be a better team out there in Vegas. Most definitely, man. Pete Carroll, you know what Pete Carroll want to do. Pete Carroll want to play defense, run the ball, dominate the line of scrimmage, and then your quarterback make plays when he have to make plays. But they most definitely going to play defense. They're going to run that doggone ball. And I guarantee you, he's going to bring that same philosophy to the Raiders, y'all. I most definitely believe that. Edgar, what up with you, man? You say, bro, pay spills. You say, Tyron. You say Tyron get Aaron pick up Tyler Lockett, and we are cooking. Oh, yeah. I like that would be a bad pickup, man. They pick up Tyler Lockett. I think Tyler Lockett, he's still a good, solid receiver, y'all. I don't think Tyler Lockett is a number 1 receiver no more. But I most definitely feel like he still is a solid receiver. I feel like he still can run routes and get open and contribute to a team, man. So that wouldn't be a bad move, Edgar. Most definitely wouldn't be a bad move. Liam, appreciate you coming through. You said, where are you? You said, happy when Eagles won the Super Bowl. Yes, sir. Hey, Eagles most definitely, that was a big win for them, man. I was rooting for the Eagles because I wanted to see Jalen Hurts get a Super Bowl ring. Like I said before, I like to see what guys put in the work, grind, work hard, put in the work, and then they get the ultimate goal, man. So I most definitely was rooting for Jalen Hurts to get that Super Bowl, y'all. So, hey, shout out to you, Liam. You're an Eagles fan. I know y'all was happy as hell about winning that Super Bowl, most definitely, man. John, you say Tank deserves a loss for that fight. He choked. Yeah. That should have been an L on his record, man. That should have been an L. Most definitely. Should have been an L on his record, man. Now, another thing, give me 1 second. Another thing I want to holler at y'all about. Y'all also, another thing, y'all, the Jets also gave Alan Lazard permission to seek a trade also. So that's going to be another receiver going to be out there on the market, y'all. Alan Lazard from the Jets. They giving him permission to seek out a trade, which, you know, Alan Lazard, I know he ain't no number one receiver, but I think if Alan Lazard go to the right system, I think he could be a very good number 2 receiver, you know, for somebody. Let me see you say, Mecca. You say, as a Commanders fan, I wish Jalen Hurts played for a different team. Yeah, man. But I will tell you this, though, man. Y'all with the Commanders, all y'all need to get on offense, y'all just need a solid running back, man. Y'all got Debo. You got Scared Terry. I'm pretty sure y'all still got Zach Ertz. I'm going to have to check on that, see if y'all still got Zach Ertz. And then y'all got the other receiver, too. What's that other little young receiver y'all got? What number is he? I think he's number 2 or something like that. The other receiver y'all got. Excuse me, y'all. But Commanders, man, they gonna do that to get better, Mecca. They gonna get better and better. And I'm pretty sure with the coach they got, by him being a defensive minded coach, I'm pretty sure he gonna De'Ami Brown. That's it. De'Ami Brown. That's him. So I'm gonna definitely believe that with y'all coach. Oh, he a free agent? Oh, okay. Gotcha. If I was them, man, I'd try to bring him back, man. I like De'Ami Brown, man. He caught a big touchdown against the Detroit Lions, man. Hey, your boy Jaden Daniels put that thing on the money too, boy. That's one thing I like about Jaden Daniels. He got very good deep ball accuracy, man. His deep ball accuracy is off the charts, man. He throw them deep ball, man. I mean, he put it on the money. Well, the receivers ain't even got to slow down. I'm talking about they catching it in stride, baby. No slow down. He throwing perfect deep passing, man. Liam, you wish the Eagles had Xavier Word on their team? Man. Hey, that would be crucial. Xavier Word and Devontae Smith. You had 2 fast-ass receivers. Ooh, boy, that'd be crucial right there, Liam. Crucial. But what y'all think about the situation with Kirk Cousins, man? What y'all think about that situation? Y'all think if y'all was in the situation with the Falcons, you know, y'all still owe them all that guaranteed money? Would y'all still trade them? Or would y'all keep them on the team because you paying them all that money? Me, if you ask me, I'm paying them. I gotta pay them $100 million guaranteed. Or yeah, your ass ain't going nowhere. You gonna stand over here and hold this clipboard and send these hand signals in. Send these hand signals in to the quarterback because I'm gonna get my $100 million out. I'm gonna get my $100 million worth. You're gonna get out here and wash some cars, do a couple car washes, do a couple donut sales, do security at the fruit stand. You gotta do something for that $100 million. You gotta do something. Get up there at the concession stand in the stadium, sell them hot dogs. We most definitely gonna get that $100 million. I ain't finna pay you money. You gonna pay with somebody else. That's just my opinion, y'all. I know y'all probably say, y'all might say I'm tripping, but I ain't paying no $100 million for you to go pay with somebody else. You gonna earn this little chump change I don't pay you. Yes, sir. Every time I pull up, you need to get them keys and park my car. Hey, you need to be washing cars, selling donuts, help these little girls with the Girl Scout cookies, go to the lemonade stand. We need to do all that. Hey, matter of fact, grab this broom and sweep this damn floor. Make sure you get that dustpan and sweep it up and put it in the trash. Don't leave it on the floor when you get finished. Get that damn dustpan or get your envelope, sweep that shit up and put it in the trash. So yeah, we're going to get that $100 million out you. The easy way or the hard way, but we're going to get it out you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But another thing, y'all, the situation with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, he put out there he want to get traded. But, hey, the thing is, the situation with Myles Garrett, y'all, I don't know if y'all heard. You probably have. The situation with Myles Garrett, the owner and the general manager say they ain't trading Myles Garrett. They say they ain't trading him, y'all. They say they not trading him. So we'll see. We'll see what happened with that situation. Maybe Myles Garrett might be able to be a pain for him, like how Jimmy Buckets did with Miami. Jimmy Buckets just started doing all kind of shit with Miami. He said, hey, either y'all gonna let me out of here or I'm gonna be a problem every day. Every day I'm gonna be a problem. Every day I'm gonna be a problem until y'all get me up out of here. Yes, sir. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna be a problem every day you come in here. Hey, when they come in the locker room, we ain't playing no rap music. I'm gonna be playing Christmas music. When they come in the locker room, Merry Christmas from the Temptation. They're gonna be like, man, cut that shit off. Who the hell playing Christmas music and it ain't Christmas? Yeah, you be like, hey, you better go tell that owner to trade me, goddamn. I'm playing Christmas music every goddamn day. Matter of fact, let me cut it back on. Santa Claus going straight to the ghetto. Santa Claus is going straight to the ghetto. I'm playing that shit all day. They're gonna be like, man, turn that shit off. You better go tell the owner to trade me. I'm most definitely gonna be a problem. Yes, sir. Every time we go to the cafe and eat, when you leave your plate, I'm most definitely gonna put salt all in your goddamn soda. So when you come back and you taste your damn soda, you're gonna have a goddamn your face gonna be squeezed up like you done had a badass lemon. Yes, sir. I'll be an asshole to everybody till y'all get me up out of here. Yes, sir. We're gonna force our way right up out of here. Yes, sir. Every time you turn around, hit you in the back of the head with a paper ball. With a balled up piece of paper. Yes, sir. I'm doing everything. Get me up out of here, man. Let me see what you say. You said Denver never paid Rush to play for Pittsburgh. Yeah. That's right, Becca. That's right. Yeah, Denver paid him. Yeah, most definitely. They owe Rush all that damn money. Ain't no way in the hell I'm paying you to go play for somebody else. Now, player, you gonna come right over here. Yeah, we got a little work for you over here. We got a little community service over here. Yeah, we got all the community service over here for you. Need you to come over here and teach all these blind kids how to catch the football. We gonna do something with you. We need to get you over here. Get you over here and teach all these kids. Get all the kids over. Get all these folks over here. Get them right, baby. Get them right. Get them right, baby. Get them right. Teach them how to catch that ball. They might not be able to see it, but goddamn it, they can feel it. Hit their ass right in the damn face. Goddamn it, son. Get your hands up. Get your hands up, son. I can't see it, coach. All right, well, feel it. Feel it. You can feel the ball, can't you? Yes, sir. Get your damn hands up. Oh, man. Now, I'm just bullshitting, y'all. Y'all don't take that the wrong way. I'm just bullshitting. Y'all don't take that the wrong way. I'm just bullshitting. But appreciate y'all coming through, man. Hey, I got something else for y'all. Give me 1 second. Got something else for y'all as far as with the Chargers. Let me see. Got something with the Chargers releasing Joey Bosa. Give me 1 second. I'm going to play this one right here for y'all. Give me 1 second.
All started in Kansas City as they traded left guard Joe Thuney to the Chicago Bears. And Joe Thuney is versatile, starting off last season as the Chiefs' left guard before moving to left tackle in Week 15, and really good. He has the best pass block win rate of any player in the last 2 seasons. Adam, what more can you tell us about this trade and what it means for the Bears specifically?
Well, I think we can look at it from both sides, Laura. From the Bears' standpoint, they clearly have prioritized protecting Caleb Williams. Yesterday, they agreed to send a draft pick to the Los Angeles Rams for Jonah Jackson, who played for Ben Johnson in Detroit and now is reunited with him in Chicago. And today, they agreed to send a 2026 fourth-round draft pick to Kansas City for Joe Thuney. Now, Joe Thuney is a guy who has been versatile, he's been durable, he's been productive, but he also probably is going to need a contract extension at some point in time. He's got a year left on his deal, he's going to be 33 years old, and the Chiefs already have the highest paid guard in Trey Smith and the highest paid center in Creed Humphrey in the National Football League. You can't pay center guard and another guard at the highest levels and expect to be able to field the roster that they need to. And that's why the Chiefs, with a year left on Joe Thuney's deal, look to deal him now. As much as they liked and valued him, you can't pay everybody. They would have liked to have kept him in a perfect world. Chicago is transforming its line, and the Bears can't put enough resources in front of Patrick Mahomes, or in front of Caleb Williams, to protect him. And therefore, for them to give up the draft picks that it takes to solidify that offensive line, it's their biggest offseason priority. And in 24 hours, they've been able to accomplish that.
Yeah, and nothing they've traded prevents them from using additional resources if, say, the Bears wanted to use a first and or second round pick to continue to strengthen the line. But it gives them a little flexibility as they head into the rest of their offseason because they know that they've shored up a couple of key positions. You look at their new head coach, Ben Johnson, coming from Detroit. The success of Detroit has all been based for the last couple of years on how dominant that offensive line was. The run game, the passing game, everything working off of that. So Ben Johnson knows firsthand how important anything else he wants to do in Chicago, how important the offensive line is going to be to the success, not just of Caleb Williams, but of the offense in general. So, yeah, Chicago willing to commit resources at a level that, at a time when Kansas City's kind of retooling, looking to get younger. It just makes sense both ways. Chicago more than willing to pay Joe Thuney $16 million this year if it helps.
Yeah, Gruz, let's dive into the Kansas City side of this deal. It's worth noting that the Chiefs need to protect Patrick Mahomes better, right? Last year, Mahomes was sacked a career high.
Now look at this, y'all. This is what I wanted y'all to see right here. Even though they went to the Super Bowl, y'all, that's why I say they most definitely got to fix their offensive line. I'll probably have to look and see as far as them trading Joe Thuney, and I feel like he's one of their best linemen. He's very versatile. He can play guard, and they moved it to left tackle, and he still was successful at left tackle. They must don't have the money to pay him or something. That's the only thing I can think of because I don't understand why you have struggles on the offensive line and you traded one of your best offensive linemen. But here we go, y'all. Patrick Mahomes was sacked 47 times, which was the worst in his career. Contacted, I mean, how many times he was hit? 198 times. Pressure percentage, 36%, which was worse. Time before he had to pass, he had about 2.8 seconds, which is the shortest. It's a 10 more than the next closest season. It's 37 in 2021. So he got sacked 37 times in 2021. So hey, they most definitely got to fix that offensive line this offseason, man. They Kansas City want to make another run. They also, like I told y'all earlier, they most definitely got to get more athletic at wide receiver. They got to see what they're going to do with Travis Kelce because he getting older, man. Juju Smith, I feel like he done lost the step since he left Pittsburgh. D-Hop, I think he retiring, if I ain't mistaken. But they will be getting Rashee Rice back, so that most definitely going to help their offense. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure they're going to get some type of, more athletic, speedy receiver. And we'll see if they end up drafting a tight end in the draft, y'all, because I think this is a good draft to get you a tight end also, y'all. But here we go, man.
47 times, including 6 times in the Super Bowl, which is the most in any game in his career. He was running for his life out there. He was also contacted and pressured at his highest rate ever. This despite averaging just 2.8 seconds before the pass. That's the shortest in any season in his career. He was trying to get the ball out quickly. Didn't matter all the time. Adam, any sense why Kansas City would make this move right now?
Yeah, because you can't pay everybody, Laura. It's exactly the whole situation. Remember last week, they franchised Trey Smith at guard, and we talked on NFL Live from the Combine at that time about the fact that they tagged him, but were not looking to deal him. They're looking to sign Trey Smith to a long-term contract extension. They've already signed their center, Creed Humphrey, to a long-term contract extension. Creed Humphrey is the highest-paid center. Trey Smith is going to be, and already is with the franchise tag, the highest paid guard. You can't then go give Joe Thuney the type of deal that he's going to get from another team when he's got a year left on his contract. And so the Chicago Bears were more than happy to take on his remaining year on his contract. I'm sure at some point they're going to sit down and address his contractual demands, his concerns, whatever it may be. But the Chiefs were not in a position to be able to pay Joe Thuney. So they made the decision to move on as much as they would have liked to have kept him.
And I think the important thing to understand is the Chiefs probably aren't done making offensive line moves. It's not just, let's get rid of Joe Thuney and then replace him internally. They need an answer at left tackle, and they may go out and take a big swing in free agency there and need the Thuney money to do that. I believe they want to extend Trey Smith's contract, which would knock down his 2025 cap number from the $23 million where it currently sits on the franchise tag. They have a couple of young guys they've drafted with relatively high picks in recent years, and it's Wanya Morris and Kingsley Suamataia, who had a hard time this year at left tackle, but the Chiefs believe that they'll get better. They're young players. They can coach them up and improve them. Maybe eventually one of them becomes a left tackle. Maybe one of them can replace Joe Thuney at guard. So I don't think we've heard the last of the Chiefs by any stretch. They were embarrassed in the Super Bowl. I think they're determined to have the kind of offseason that addresses those concerns on multiple levels. So I think, it's tough to say goodbye to Joe Thuney. And if you're a Chiefs fan today, you're wondering what's going on. But I think it's the first step in a larger plan.
One thing, too, with that 31st pick, there will be some O-line talent there. Donovan Jackson is one to watch out for. He's out of Ohio State. He actually played left guard for a lot of the season, but he switched over to left tackle later in the season and played really well. So maybe they try to add and fortify a little bit more in the draft. Last season, Jonah Jackson played just 4 games, but he led all guards in pass block win rate in his limited time. Joe Thuney ranked second on that list, as you see there. So the Bears acquired the top 2.
So as y'all see, like they say, the Bears just got the top 2 offensive guards in the league right here, y'all. Jonah Jackson was number 1 as far as his pass block win rate. Joe Thuney, number 2. Both of them at 98%. It's just a little tad bit. Jonah Jackson got him by just a little tad bit. So, like I said, they shored up that offensive line for the Chicago Bears off the rip, man, especially up the middle, because that's the quickest way to get to the quarterback, up the middle. So, hey, Ben Johnson already making moves already, y'all.
2 guards in terms of pass block win rate in the last 2 days. Pretty legit. But what do you make of this move for the Bears, adding this protection for Caleb Williams?
Well, I love what the Bears are doing. And Ben Johnson coming from Detroit, where they have one of the best offensive lines in football, he's going to make sure that his young quarterback is protected. That way he can go to Caleb Williams and say, hey, listen, we're not going to take all those sacks. You don't have to be in a hurry. We're going to fix your fundamentals, but we're going to make sure that when you break the huddle, you are protected. I love what they're doing right now. They got to get Darnell right to continue elevating his game. And if that's the case, then you can start to see the makings of a really good offensive line. And more importantly, I think Joe Thuney is going to bring some veteran leadership, because it sounds like that offensive line room needed an adult in the room. Well, how about no better than bring Joe Thuney, who's a 4-time champion, Super Bowl champion, in that room? I think everyone will listen and pay attention to him, Lou.
Yeah, that's well said. His presence, certainly, we can't overstate that. Let's go to the Chiefs side of all this. Louis, you concerned about that O-line trying to block for Patrick Mahomes next season? Obviously, there's still a lot of time they can add people.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned, Laura. I really would like to know what Brett Veach's plan is here. and I need to get on the phone with him. We need to have a conversation just so so we can talk about it because exactly. I'm going to. If I wasn't late to this show today on the train, I would have called him before the show.
You said it.
But you know what? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like at left guard, like now is Mike Caliendo, who was a former college free agent back in 22, is that really the option at left guard? We saw how he struggled in the Super Bowl. Left tackle, what's the answer there? Now, we already knew that was going to be a problem because that's where Thuney was playing last year, and all of us thought, well, before he had to move out to tackle, and all of us thought, well, they'll slide him back in at left guard. Creed Humphrey will play center. Trey Smith will play right guard. Now, they're solid. Now, they got to make sure that they take care of left tackle. To me, now, you got two positions you got to take care of because you got to upgrade left guard, and left tackle is just a vacant hole. It's a barren wasteland out there. So is Brett planning on making a big move in free agency? Or is he going to draft one? This will be something to watch because I don't know what their plan is.
Here's the thing that I would ask Brett Veach is that if you look at Patrick Mahomes, he's lost 2 Super Bowls, and both times they happened the same way. They couldn't block for the young man up front. And so at all costs, I would make sure that I have some certainties at offensive line. We can talk about Kingsley Suamate. I'll put him at left guard. Maybe he can play well. Maybe he can't. I want certainties because if Patrick Mahomes is protected, he's the best quarterback in football. And right now, the Chiefs only have 2. That's Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith. And that's something to be said. Brett Veach, I'm with you, Lou. He's got some explaining to do to tell me how he's going to make sure that Patrick doesn't fall in that same situation that he was in those 2 Super Bowls.
All right, y'all. So, give me 1 second. Let me get that off my screen. All right, y'all. So that was a little bit on that as far as with Chicago getting the 2 best offensive guards out there as far as their pass block win ratio, man. Most definitely gonna help Caleb Williams develop with Ben Johnson, man. So Ben Johnson, like I said, he already making moves in the right direction to help that team get better. Like I say, man, in my opinion, I feel like that's the only weakness on their team, y'all. Was their offensive line. They got good weapons on offense. You got DJ Moore. You got Romeo Odunze. You got Cole Kmet. You got the running back Swift. Matter of fact, I get another running back to go with him. To go with Swift as far as a change of pace running back. Let me see. You say Mecca. You say Caleb didn't have a bad year. Yeah, it was just Mecca. It was just I think the situation with Caleb, man, I just think because of the fact that he was getting hit a lot, especially as a rookie quarterback, man, he got hit a lot. It was some situation where he was holding the ball, but for the most part, man, he got hit a lot, man. He got sacked. What was it, like 60-some times? I think that was like damn near like an NFL record or some shit, man. So that's ridiculous, man. So hey, I think they'll have a good shot. I think Ben Johnson, he good with working with quarterbacks. You see what he did with Jared Goff. So I most definitely think he could do a good job with Caleb Williams, especially if he got time to get the ball out to his weapons, y'all. If y'all haven't heard, update, what's going on in the NFL as far as some of the moves, y'all. Guard center Mitch, his name is Mitch Morse. He retires at the age of 32. Also, they're saying right now, it's a rumor out right now, y'all. I ain't even think about this. They say it's a rumor out right now that Joey Bosa could possibly team up with his brother in San Francisco, man. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? About Bosa could be possibly teaming up with his brother with the 49ers, man. That'd be crazy. You got both of the brothers on the same team, because I feel like Joey Bosa, he's still legit, pass rusher, man, legit. And he ended up teaming with his brother with the 49ers. Ooh, boy, that'd be crucial, boy. That'd be crucial, y'all. Crucial. Both of them, I think both of them great edge rushers, man. Both of them great edge rushers. But what y'all think about that, man? What y'all think about that rumor, what's going on right now? Joey Bosa going to the 49ers to play with his brother. What y'all think about that, man? Let me know in the chat. Also, let me see. Let me see what else. Trying to see if there's any other news. Let me see. Trying to see if anybody else. Okay, we seen that with Deshaun Watson. Got restructured. Oh, also, y'all. Also, Mekhi Becton, the big offensive guard who they got from the Jets, played with the Eagles this year. His contract is up. So it'll be interesting to see what they do because they just paid Saquon Barkley all that money and they just paid the linebacker all that money. You already know A.J. Brown get paid good money. Jalen Hurts get paid good money. So it'll be interesting to see if they let Mekhi Becton, the big offensive guard they got, if they let him walk. I don't know if they're going to have the money to sign him, man. I don't know if they're going to have the money to sign him. So they probably going to end up having to, because Mekhi Becton, because of the season that he had, y'all, he probably going to get top money at the offensive guard spot. And I don't think the Eagles got that money to pay him. So he probably going to end up walking, man. But we'll see what happens with that. Let me see what else. Let's see what else coming up. Let's see, the Rams released cornerback Tomlinson. His name was Travis Tomlinson. The cornerbacks released. I mean, the Rams, the cornerbacks. The Rams released him. The Chargers put a tender on tight end Fisk, on Tucker Fisk, tight end Tucker Fisk for the Chargers. They put a tender on him. And like I already said, the Dolphins, they restructured Bradley Chubb's contract. Let me see what else. The Dolphins, they turned the offensive lineman Kenyon Smith and linebacker Cameron Good. Let's see what else. Also, Bengals offensive lineman Jackson Kirtland. He'll be back for one more year. They signed him for an extra year, extra O-line there. Browns left guard. What's his name? Benito. Bitadito. I think it's a Bitadito. Bitadillo. Well, the guard that they got, Joey Bitadillo. I think that's his name. Bitadillo. No, whatever it is, y'all. He coming back for another year, y'all. He coming back for another year with the Cleveland Browns. Of course, we already know Zach Baun signed a 3-year, $51 million deal to stay with the Eagles. Also, your boy got paid, man. $51 million deal. It includes a $34 million guarantee at signing and an additional $1.5 million in incentives on the contract, y'all. So your boy got paid, man. Paid. So that's pretty much it as far as the news right now, y'all. As far as the updated news, some of the transactions that's going on right now in the NFL, man. Like I say, y'all like the content, most definitely make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all double tap the screen and get them Lizzie likes up, baby. Hey, y'all already know I'm a big Lakers fan. Luka Lake Show, Luka, baby. What up with your Uzman, man? Appreciate you coming back through, brother. Y'all already know the Lakers. They play the Knicks tonight. It'll be their last home game. They had a 6-game stretch at home. They play the Knicks tonight. I'm looking for them to beat. I feel like the way they've been playing, y'all, they should beat the Knicks. Hopefully, I'm hoping that Austin Reeves be back for Saturday night when they play against the Boston Celtics. I most definitely feel like they're going to need Austin Reeves to be able to beat the Boston Celtics. But I'm telling y'all right now, the Lakers will be in the NBA Finals. Luka has extended LeBron's career probably about 3 more years, maybe 4, depending on how his body do. Shit, LeBron might be still in the league when his son Bryce covered the league. Now that would be crazy. You say looking forward to tonight's game. Time to see what the Lakers can do against a top 5 team. Yeah, most definitely, man. I think they're gonna whoop the Knicks' ass, though. I think they're gonna whoop their ass, Uzman. It's gonna be a good one, though. Yeah, I'm ready to see what they do against them. And I'm ready to see what they do against the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics, that's gonna be the number one test for me, y'all. Because the fact that the Boston Celtics won the championship, that's gonna be the big tester right there. If they go in there and they whoop the damn Celtics in Boston, oh yeah, it's on and popping, Uzman. On and popping. On and popping. But yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming in here, kicking it with me, man. I'm about to get ready to get up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen. Y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all like my content, man. Y'all keep the notification bell on. I'll probably be back on in the morning. If not, I most definitely will be back. Like I said, I'll be doing a live game reaction to the Lakers and the Celtics game Saturday night. So if y'all ain't doing that Saturday night, most definitely come and kick it with me for the live reaction for the Lakers and the Celtics game Saturday night, man. I think the game start up at 8:30. I'll probably start up somewhere probably about 8:15. You know, I'm going to give you the starting lineup. I'll let you know what the injury update is, whether or not if Reeves playing or if Rudy coming back or whatever. So, hey, appreciate y'all coming through. Like I say, keep a notification bell on. I'll probably come on tomorrow. It just depends. I might take tomorrow off because I done came on like every day for like a week. So it just depends. If the Lakers mess around and beat the hell out of the Knicks tonight, like say, you know, they beat the hell out of them and LeBron have a big game, Luka ball out, I might have to come on. I might have to come on and talk about my Luka Lake Show Luka, baby. But hey, like I always say, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day. And once again, I thank y'all for listening to me, man. I had a good time talking with y'all in the chat. Mecca, Usman, John. Let me see who else was in the chat. The other John, Liam. Who else was in here? Edgar was in here earlier. Candy Girl, Lord. Who else? My brother Greg was in here. So, hey, I appreciate all Husky. Yeah, Husky, my boy Husky was in here earlier. So, hey, I appreciate y'all coming in here, kicking it with me, man. I appreciate all your comments, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day. And I'm going to holler at y'all next time, man.